Afternoon. It's always something to brighten my day up. I started getting abuse yesterday. Now, this is on a video called was it some of the delightful feedback I get on the channel. Ironically, this guy didn't see that I was going to publicise his remarks because that's where a lot of the other trolling was publicised. Definitely works for the government in some capacity. And that video was. A lot of that evidence was handed into the police, who of course ignored it. In my case against poor old Chris Green, who cried because I called him nasty names. So I showed the police all the nasty names I'd been called, and they weren't the slightest bit fucking interested. And a lot of these were self-professed council employees and stuff. And I've had others admitting to me when I fronted up to them, said, "You're a copper, aren't you?" Yeah. Because they think they're entitled to do this. They think they're entitled to get away with this. So anyway, ironically, didn't see that his remarks were going to be publicised. Monkey Wrench is his name, Mr. Monkey Wrench. He's made some brief contributions today, but we'll go back to the beginning. Love his intro, by the way. Here's another one. Demented fool who's bragging about not paying council tax by passing it as fighting the system. Social outcast with messiah complex issues. Oh, I must look that up. I missed that bit. Spending his days on social media preaching nonsense. Pathetic. So I put, you really shouldn't shower me with such compliments. Get a job, you waster. He's so polite. Wait till you find out what he purports to do for a living. So I've put, constructive criticism. Let's recap. You brag about not paying what others pay in tax contributions, and you're forever wasting police time due to your own behaviour, but they're hunting you as if they don't have better things to do than indulge some random internet lunatic. Love how you always dodge to reply. You truly deserve to belong on some grainy YouTube video with barely 2,000 views in nearly 2 years. Bravo. So I said thank you. Now, I should point out at this moment, I haven't really explained to him that my local council stole 25 years' worth of taxpayers' cash in a scheme orchestrated by John Major, but he only seems to have watched one video, which becomes apparent, because he doesn't know I've got a job. Get a job and stop costing this country money, you genius. Oh, that was polite. Who said I don't have a job? So you work and you refuse to pay what others pay. And that makes you clever, ? How many times should police manpower have been used for something more important, but they had to come knocking on your door instead? Grow up, you muppet. I said thanks, I won't. But at this point, of course, I should point out that the police were acting completely unlawfully every time they knocked on my door, because they're protecting their bent council mates and their bent bailiff mates who break the law. But again, he hasn't quite sussed as about 700 other videos on the channel, I don't think. I don't think you're very bright, Mr. Monkey Wrench, to be honest. I appreciate that mental illness is a serious condition. You should probably seek some help away from the support a few hundred desperados give you out of pity and boredom on the internet before you move on to expensive social outcast to sad headline for some local paper. Well, thanks for the support. Out of pity and boredom, guys. If that's why I've got 900 subscribers, then that's fucking great. And just as a side note, Mr. Monkey Wrench, the local paper won't print a goddamn thing I say, or feature me at all, because there's a media blackout on my name. So anyway, I've put, you're a cheerful guy, maybe you should try working as a children's entertainer or something. As it happens, whilst you spend your days answering randoms all over the internet, I spend mine working in the community with disabled and people with mental health issues. Hence why I can recognise some concerning patterns of your fairly common paranoia in you. I'm conflicted between the fact you're clearly unwell, but also a serial abuser of public services. Well, I get my bins emptied once a month. Is that abusing public services? Anyway, your delusions of persecution are a fairly standard condition exacerbated by the chance afforded by technology to seek approval on social media. So tell me, what do you do as a job? Love it, he gives me all this fucking abuse. He's asking me questions now. I don't believe I've ever played on my mental health issues, guys, to be honest. That video started with... I was feeling a bit off that day. I do remember that day. But apparently my paranoia is fairly common, so I really shouldn't worry. Again, we see, as with Mr... what was it? Winbick? Or something like that? The last guy I did. All the abuse he was giving me, and then he came out and said he worked for the ambulance service. So this guy also, Monkey Wrench, must have a superb bedside manner. You must have read a dictionary or something since your last reply. I didn't know you knew all those big words. Again, he's asked me what I do for a living. Just lately I've had the second Chief Constable sacked in 3 years. Doesn't pay much, sadly, but it's very satisfying. So in short, you don't work. Surprise, surprise. Self-appointed social warrior! No, I just kind of stumbled over a load of stolen taxpayers' cash. I really didn't know MI5 would be trying to have me knocked off for it, to be honest. I might not have bothered if I'd known that. Refusing to pay taxes, costing the UK a fortune in manpower due to behavioural issues. I'm bragging about it for good measure, yes, damn you. And we should aspire to be like you, right? Well, I don't know, Mr. Wrench. I've never really asked anyone to aspire to be me. I wouldn't want to be me, to be honest, given the choice, but there you go. You play the cards you're dealt in this life, I think. Probably be a lot safer if I was someone else. Wow, what a gift to society you are. I can see why you'd feel you're suited to teach others about justice and morality. #lol. Well, I'm not really trying to teach anyone about justice and morality. I'm trying to point out why the council and the police are a bunch of lying, thieving bastards. If you'd bothered to watch any amount of the 700 or so videos on my channel, you'd see that I did work. And who said I wanted to anyone to aspire to be like me? You make too many assumptions, that's what it is. Now, do you hear where did that go? Now, what does that mean to you guys? If you'd bothered to watch any of the amount of 700 or so videos on my channel, you'd see that I did work. Now, that to me means that I work in a sort of ongoing way. But no, not according to Mr. Wrench. So you did work. Funny that. I do hope your mental health improves. It can't be good to live feeling hunted like an animal. Well, actually, I'm quite enjoying it now. I'm really looking forward to the next time the police call round. Maybe do less videos and grab some fresh air. Who knows, it might help. Best of luck. I couldn't decide if I felt sorrow or annoyance, but now I've had a quick chat, I can see where you are and I'm sorry. Hope things get better for you. Actually, do you know, I think I'm probably the happiest I've ever been in my life right now. I really hope that reflects on the channel as well. So I'll just point out there that I do still work, obviously. And then he's had to try and correct me on that. And then he's had to ask me again, because I didn't even see that first comment when it came through. He's quite obsessed with what I do for a living, strange boy. So I've just put, well, you obviously work for the government in some capacity, you insult people and then demand answers from them. Ha. These people fucking amaze me. They never answer, trollers of course, they never answer questions because they're trying to get you into answering questions. and try and beat you down. Just give him a loop, guys. Just give him a wide fucking circle. I hope you enjoy it, because I've certainly... The last couple of comments popped up today, but I did enjoy that yesterday. I'll see you later.